We have been in Kuala Lumpur now for nearly 2 weeks, but we didn't really get around to seeing some of the places of interest, and that's exactly what we are going to do today. Right now we are in the KLCC park, standing directly in front of the Petronas Towers, and we're gonna have a look around the must-see places in Kuala Lumpur.
First impressions, I guess, of the KLCC park is really positive. It's super green, very, very clean, and it gives off sort of a Central Park type of a vibe, although this is not America, this is Malaysia, so you have very, very hot and humid temperatures. The people are also a lot friendlier, and it also has so much superior food, in our humble opinion. This park and the surrounding settings is just something else. The cleanliness of this park is just immaculate, and it is just a really nice place, I think, to come and spend a morning, an afternoon or an evening before you go to maybe a night market. There's also a beautiful mall called SARANA KLCC that we were just inside and had a little look around. Very beautiful. So many sort of high-end designer shopping around here, around Kuala Lumpur in general. Yeah, this park is pretty epic. I think we've even seen there's like playgrounds. There's a playground just over here. There's also like a public swimming pool area where there's like, we saw loads and loads of kids and families having the time of their lives. And a public pool, that's something that you really don't see too often in a lot of Western countries nowadays. A lot of times it's very heavily privatized, and it's great to see a park like this in the center of a concrete jungle such as Kuala Lumpur. We're absolutely astonished, to be honest, by how modern and how efficient a lot of the things are around the center area of this city.
And for being a public park, I want to add it's super, super well kept as well. No matter where you walk, no matter where you go, everything still seems to be working. Now I'm thinking back of public parks around Germany, for example, where the playground would be broken or, you know, looking really old or maybe dangerous. I think this park is really, really nice and super new, super modern, and very, very well kept. Surprisingly well kept.
Yes. Also, as I said, the surroundings, it does give off a vibe somewhat. If you've ever been to somewhere like Central Park, you've got the skyscrapers absolutely everywhere, and in the beginning of the video, actually, it's just quite literally behind this tree here, you have the Petronas Towers. Now, the Petronas Towers are somewhat of a real landmark, I guess, or a real way of telling. When you look at a picture of a cityscape and you see the Petronas Towers, you know you're looking at Kuala Lumpur, and they are really just iconic, and they have like a bridge that connects the two of them together. It's just really, really cool to see. And every day that we've been here so far in Kuala Lumpur, we're more and more pleasantly surprised, I guess we could say, at amenities, at things that are available, the sheer amount of restaurants, the absolutely crazy selection of shopping malls. I can see why Kuala Lumpur has become, over the years, so popular with expats, with people moving from their countries, a lot of times Western countries like America, Canada, Germany, etc., and then coming here. I can see why, in many, many ways. There's so much to do, so much to see, and we've been here now, I think, for 9-10 days, roughly around almost 2 weeks now, and we haven't seen practically anything so far. So that says it all. We have so much to see and so much to do, and that's the whole point, I guess, of this video, is to show you guys what we're experiencing today while we're exploring around Kuala Lumpur. And we will be checking out, kind of, as Naomi said, the must-see things, and some of you guys have been commenting down below as well about different things to check out, so I'm sure we will try and get through them and get to those places as well. From right here you can get an absolutely bird's eye view, well, land bird's eye view of the Petronas Towers, and just how epic and beautiful It is really just a spectacle, and it's something that just really stands out like a sore thumb, I guess, when you're looking at the landscape around here. And just here is the swimming pool area that I was talking about. The whole vibe of this park though is really, really just chill, laid back. It is, what day of the week are we right now? Wednesday? It's Wednesday, so yeah, middle of the week. A lot of people are obviously in work, so it is nice and relaxed. There's not too many people around.
It also seems like that swimming pool is completely for free and free for everybody to use and access. Now I would say, because it's a very public setting, if you're a female, probably try and cover yourself up a little bit more if you do want to go swimming here. Bikini might not necessarily be the way to go. Yeah, but this looks absolutely amazing. It looks so cool, and on a hot day like today, this is a very welcoming treat, I want to say.
Yeah, another good point. It's pretty hot at the moment, like somewhere in the low 30s, I want to say, right now. And yeah, it takes its toll on you when you're walking around, which is a massive benefit, I think, to a lot of these shopping malls and centres that are around here. They all have AC, and they are lifesavers a lot of the time. Because of the hot weather and the humidity, you do get some incredible trees and fauna and plants all around these beautiful parks. Like, have a look at this. It's just so epic. And then you have sort of like monstrously sized, a lot of times, plants and trees, and all sorts of different palm trees and stuff like that. Like, we saw a bunch of palm trees that were called toddy palms, which I think you make like wine out of them or something like that. But incredible, so cool.
It's really cool to see as well. Now I know maybe that might just be interesting for the nerds, but welcome to the nerd club. A lot of the trees and plants here actually do have like little signs, so they tell you what they are and what they're there for, and so on, its purpose basically. And I think that's really cool, and especially those trees here, these mangrove type of looking trees. I think they're so cool. You don't see them very often in different parts of the world, so this is very special to us.
It's very true. And one thing that we've noticed as well about Kuala Lumpur is it provides you with endless photography opportunities, I guess. If you are someone who's big into your social media or something like that, that's something that we really enjoyed about Bangkok as well. Everywhere you go, there's a photo to be taken. There's something really cool to look at, like everywhere pretty much around Kuala Lumpur. And yeah, endless photo opportunities for you guys. But yeah, I think now we're going to make our way to find a cafe, maybe of some sorts, close to here. I'm sure you're not going to find any sort of real local style cafes. A lot of the ones around here are real sort of like chain Starbucksy type stuff. We need something to cool down though, and then I think we're going to go and try and explore the rest of the area around here. But as we said, it's getting very humid. Right now we are looking at, I think it's coming up to roughly around 3 o'clock in the day, and there seems to be some sort of a water display show kicking off here. Oh my god, it just stopped. Naomi was in the middle of filming it. It literally just stopped as soon as I turned the camera around.
Why does that always happen to me? I wanted
it's continuing, it's going on.
I was trying to do a story for Instagram and it just stopped when I posted it. Like, what the heck? Anyway, the other way is now, the other side is now activated.
You can see it. Not too bad. Wow, we really are falling in love with Malaysia, with Kuala Lumpur. The people in this city is another thing that I really want to touch on as well. The people here are so friendly. The one thing that I'm struggling to understand, and if you guys can let us know down in the comments, what is the la? What's la? Why is it always added onto the end of
Malaysia la?
Different sentences? Like, so we've had quite a lot of Grab drivers and people we've spoken to. They'll say a full sentence and then they'll finish it off by just saying la. Don't really understand. Is it a way of being courteous, or is it a way of, is it adding like formality to the sentence, or is it something that you just say to your friends I don't know. Very
I kind
confused.
of feel like it makes the sentence maybe respectful or something like that.
Yeah,
but that's
possibly.
just an uneducated guess.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of things though that are standing out, I think. Obviously you have the whole thing here of accepting money. When you're accepting or giving money, you use both hands. So never sort of have like a folded note and hand it over with one hand. That can be perceived sometimes as being rude. Don't point at things, for example, as well. The whole taking your shoes off before going inside someone's home. That's the case in a lot of Europe. I believe it's the case in a lot of
Asia too.
A lot of Asia. A lot of places like Poland as well that we traveled to in the West. That's similar. So it's not too much of a culture shock, I guess. But yeah, we still have a lot to learn about this country, so we will keep you updated with the culture shocks.
And if we're getting things wrong or doing things that we're not supposed to be doing culturally, please just educate us. Don't get annoyed with us.
Yeah, 100%.
So we're now inside of the Twin Towers, and we thought we would just show up, get a ticket and walk up. Turns out that's not the case. It might be better if you are coming to Kuala Lumpur and you do want to see the Petronas Tower, make sure to book a slot online beforehand and then just arrive 15 minutes before that slot starts, because we just arrived and all of the slots were sold out basically, and the nearest available slot is 1.5 hours from now. So we're just gonna have to wait for a little while and then go up and hopefully see a little bit of that sunset, because our slot will be around 6:30. So we might be lucky at the end of our tour that we're going to see the sunset, not sure. And for all of this in total, it was around 40 euro for two people, so 20 euro per person to go up, and I believe it's around like 25 to 30 minutes that you will be up there. So very, very exciting. I'm super nervous now to go up, but we have to wait for 1.5 hours, and I don't know what to do with all of this nervous energy, to be honest. From the outside, this building is already super epic. From the inside, it gives the Great Gatsby 1920s type of a vibe. I kind of feel like I need a hat with a fedora, like with a feather or something like that. A fedora is a hat by itself, I think. But yeah, I feel like I'm too casually dressed to be here.
Right, so we're literally standing now directly in front of the Twin Towers, and everybody is coming out here and taking pictures because this is the picture spot, as you can probably see. Just be careful. There is a lot going on around here with people trying to sell stuff, as in trying to take your pictures, trying to sell accessories for your phone, different things like that, and it can get pretty annoying pretty quickly. Now, something that we quickly figured out when we were in the KLCC park is you're at a perfect distance from the towers in order to take better pictures. Hello! And the pictures in the KLCC park that we took turned out really well. I might throw in a few of them while I'm talking, just so you guys can see. But right now we're literally kind of beneath the towers, so you really have to have a good camera. You really have to get low down to the ground if you want to have a good view of the towers in particular. So our suggestion to you, as total newcomers to this city, go to the KLCC park where it's nice and quiet and you can take as many shots as you want, beautiful shots at a nice distance from these towers.
So we are now inside the Petronas Towers, and this is the first stop. I believe it's the 40th floor, and we are 170 meters above street level right now. We only have quick 10 minutes here, so it's literally just a quick walking back and forth, taking a few pictures, and then you go to the very top. Check this view out. Oh my god. Everything just looks like it's the size of a Lego. Lego cars.
Yeah, it's really crazy. Great view over this intersection here. It looks really, really epic.
And there in the distance is even a little bit of a sunset. Unfortunately, it's a bit cloudy, but
yeah,
you can see a little bit of the sunset.
Now we're headed up towards the observation deck. Let's go. Oh, it's getting dark. Spooky.
We just arrived on the 86th floor, which is, I believe, the highest of the Petronas Towers, and we have 15 minutes to spend here. And to be honest, I am not the type of person that is scared of heights, so I usually don't have an issue with it, but standing close to these windows makes people who are not scared of heights uncomfortable. Like, this height genuinely makes me uncomfortable, but you have an amazing view over the entire city and the beautiful skyline. And what I think is absolutely cool to see is the other tower from here. You're really close to it, and you have a beautiful view onto what you're standing in right now, basically. Pretty much the same height, I want to say, as over there as what you can see here, and it's so beautiful. It's really, really special, and I think if you do pick the right day and the right time to visit, you would have a beautiful sunset here. Now today I believe it's a little bit cloudy, a little bit foggy out there, but it's still amazing to see. And you even have a beautiful view onto the Warisan Merdeka building, which will open soon as well, so that's crazy to see.
The views from up here are really top notch, I have to say. I am absolutely terrified of heights, but this is a must do if you are visiting Kuala Lumpur, and you can see why probably behind me. You do have like not that much time, I will say. So basically you have around 10 minutes on the sky bridge, then you have like 15 minutes here in the observation deck area. It's plenty of time though to just quickly snap some photos and check out the amazing views. Overall, would I do it again? I don't think you really need to do it twice. I would recommend you to do it though if you are visiting Kuala Lumpur, and if you're someone who really enjoys these types of incredible views and the photos. Oh my god, the photos that you can take here, it is top notch, very beautiful. And we are not too lucky right now because it is a pretty cloudy, foggy and sort of a rainy evening. I can't imagine what it would be like if the skies were completely clear and blue. The views that you could probably get miles, you can probably see for miles. But yeah, the fogginess and all of that gives a certain characteristic to it. I still love it. This is definitely added to your list if you're visiting Kuala Lumpur. Yeah, this day couldn't really get much better right now. Enjoying our time, and we're snapping some photos for Instagram. So follow us on Instagram if you do want to see some of those photos.
Hi, we are from India, and we are here in Twin Tower. Awesome. Right, it's awesome here.
You're enjoying your time,
yes,
yeah?
Totally. And we are, as I told you, we are software engineers, right?
Nice.
And we came here for 13 days trip.
What's your names?
Shaikat Das. So I'm
nice.
from India, Bengali.
Amazing.
And I'm Sharad.
Nice. Nice to meet you guys.
Right, same here, and I love the food, love the culture here.
Amazing, great stuff.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you guys.
Now overall, I do agree with what Luke already said. This is a thing that you just cannot miss when you come to Kuala Lumpur because of how special and how impressive it actually is. But a little bit of the criticism on that side, from my side anyway, is if you pay 98 ringgits or nearly 20 euro, I would like to be able to explore the area a little bit on my own terms. I kind of felt like, you have 10 minutes here, you have 15 minutes here, 5 minutes there or whatever. So you're a little bit like under a time constraint, I want to say. That's the only part that I didn't really enjoy. All of the rest of the Petronas Towers was absolutely amazing, and they just lit up. We legitimately came out and they lit up in the back there. This is so cool. I just love the way it looks. It's just so special, and it really looks like it's completely made out of metal, and it's like shining. And yeah, I don't know, I just love the way it looks and what it symbolizes for Kuala Lumpur.
It is really epic. Okay guys, so that was our quick little day of exploring around Kuala Lumpur. We are absolutely shocked, as you can probably tell, at just how modern and beautiful the city itself is. And now we've made our way to a different location, which is going to be in the next video, so stay tuned for that.
super beautiful day today in Kuala Lumpur, and we sort of felt like tourists as well, which was really, really nice, because usually we don't do a lot of sightseeing, so this time around today was really nice.
Yeah, for sure. It was nice to sort of step away from the usual that we do. Funnily enough, the usual things that we do is stuff like where we are right now, a little bit off the beaten path, a little bit away from the whole touristy stuff. So wait for the next video and you'll be able to see just exactly where we are.
I cannot wait.
Yeah, plenty of good times ahead, I want to say. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. For now, my name is Luke.
My name is Naomi.
We are the Two Mad Explorers.
And this is your reminder to keep exploring.
We'll see you guys in the next big adventure.
Terima kasih for watching.
Terima kasih. Bye bye.